Hey guys, if you are planning for Europe trip, so you need to know some basics of Schengen Visa. So let's get started. What is Schengen Visa? Schengen Visa is a short-term visa which is given for up to 90 days of stay in Schengen area. And then what is Schengen area? It's a group of 26 countries which have come into a common agreement of giving a common visa called Schengen Visa for the applicants. So when an applicant gets a short-term Schengen Visa, they can travel to any of these 26 European countries. Which Schengen Consulate should you apply for? It depends. Let me give a small example. Let's say if you are visiting 3 European countries, say France, Switzerland and Italy, and if you are staying maximum number of days of your vacation in Italy, then you are supposed to apply for Schengen Visa at Italian Consulate in your country. And let's say if you are staying equal number of days in France, Switzerland and Italy, then you need to apply a Schengen Visa at the country where you are landing first. That is where your first port of entry is. Let's say if you are landing in France, then France becomes your first port of entry. And if you are staying equal number of days in all these countries, then you are supposed to apply your Schengen Visa at French consulate in your country. How many times can I use my Schengen Visa? It depends. So if you apply for single entry visa, a Schengen Visa, then you could enter and exit Schengen area just once. But you apply for a multiple Schengen Visa, then you could enter and exit Schengen Visa like as many times as you want in those 90 days. So let's say if you have 90 days validity of your visa and you stay 2 days each time you visit, then you could re-enter Schengen area for up to 45 times. And how long does it take for the consulate to decide on my application? If you take at Italian embassy, it might take a maximum of 1 week. I got my visa in 2 days when I applied at Italian embassy in San Francisco. However, I didn't get it for 90 days and instead got only for the duration of my stay, that is 20 days. My friend who applied at French consulate through VFS got his visa in a week, and that too for 90 days. So it depends on case by case, but this is a general scenario. Let's look at the documents needed for Schengen Visa. Although today specifically I am discussing about the documents required at Italian Consulate in USA, these are the common documents needed for any Schengen country with minor differences. So the first and foremost document you need is the passport, which should have a validity of 3 months after intended stay. So let's say your vacation ends in Italy, and at that time your passport should be still valid for 3 more months. Next document is proof of physical residence in United States. So you could submit a driver's license, a state ID or a utility bill. Next, the proof of legal permanent residence. So let's say if you're in United States on a valid long-term visa, then more specifically if you're on a H1B visa, then you need to submit a copy of I-797 and also a copy of visa. Photos. Italian embassy needs photographs from you of size 35mm by 45mm, and make sure like your head should fill 70 to 80% of the entire photo. So in these 3 photographs, the extreme right photo is the correct one. I took my photographs at Costco, which was really cheap. A visa application form, which you could download at Italian embassy website. You could also fill it online, e-application visa, and then download it. That way it's easier for you. Proof of sufficient funds. You need to make sure you prove them that you have the capability to sponsor your own trip. So you have to submit a recent bank statement or a letter from banker. I would say like just submit like past 2 to 3 bank statements. Employment verification. So you should, if you're working, you should get a letter from your employer, of course on the company letterhead, stating your position, salary, and dates of your vacation. And that letter must be signed and dated. Round trip ticket. Yeah, this is important as well. So Italian Consulate is going to ask you for a round trip ticket, and also the travel reservations inside the Schengen area. Let's say if you're traveling between countries through train, then you need to have those train reservations submitted along with your application, as well as if you're renting a car, then car rental agreement. Or internal flight reservations as well. Those names the names on the reservations must reflect the names on the passports. Lodging for all nights. Let's say if you're staying at hotels during your vacation, or if you're renting a Airbnb, you need to submit the reservation confirmation hard copies along with your application. Let's say if you're traveling with a organized tour, then a copy of tour itinerary and a letter from your travel agent should be submitted, stating that you're a group member and you need to submit additional information accordingly. Let's say if you have been invited by Italian citizen, so you should submit the invitation from the host, which host actually must physically mail you in original, and also the declaration of hospitality. This is also you need the Italian host ID. Overseas medical insurance, which is important. So Schengen countries require you a 30,000 euros or US dollar or 50,000 US dollars in medical expenses coverage for the duration of the applicant's trip. When I made a Italy trip, I purchased my insurance from insubuy.com, but there are a lot of other companies out there on the internet, so please do your research and then purchase your insurance. Visa fees. So you could pay the visa fees by cashier's check or money order made out to the Consulate General of Italy. So visa fees is $66.80, $66.80, but it keeps changing. So you have to constantly check the Italian website, embassy's website you're applying at. So for minors between 6 and 12 years old, currently they're charging $39. Minors under 6 years, there is no fee. Envelope. So they need a self-addressed prepaid US Postal Service priority or express mail envelope. Basically you write from and to your own address, so that they can send your passport back to your home. Make sure you purchase tracking. After all, passport is such an important document, so tracking is recommended. One declaration for mailing passports. So this is just a small document which you download from the embassy's website, and you sign it stating that you're responsible for mailing of passports, which is pretty easy. Minors. In case of minor applicants, one of the parents must submit the visa application on behalf of him or her, and all the related support or employment verification should be submitted of the parents, and both parents should sign a form authorizing the travel abroad, and also child's birth certificate is needed. Hey guys, if you are applying for Schengen Visa at Italian Consulate in United States, then you have to book an appointment. It's done through a booking system called Prenota Online. Once you visit prenotaonline.estri.it, you have to select the embassy, Italian embassy. It's in United States. Let's say we select one of the embassy. Let's say we select Italian embassy at Miami. Then you could always select English here. So you could register here and book an appointment for yourself. So most of the countries like France, they have outsourced the visa processing to a third party called VFS, but Italian Consulate haven't outsourced yet. They do maintain this Prenota Online visa appointment booking system, and all the visa processing. So I'm not a big fan of this visa appointment booking system, because it crashes in between, and then when you're applying little closer to your travel date, you won't be able to find any appointments here. Also, you have to book separate appointment for each family member, which is burdensome.